Hey everybody, welcome to The Well. This is a show where we do what you do, and we're going to take you on that journey to see how we've developed our financial advisory practice as digital marketers turned financial advisors.
All right, welcome back. Season 2. We had a count. We're on episode 16 this morning.
16. This season can drive.
We're racking them up, man. 16. It's been a good season.
It has been. It's there's a lot of great content in the past season. Today's episode is going to be a complete deviation from the norm. It's a pretty special episode. Really excited about some. I'll call it an initiative, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
It's blossomed into more than what it started, but
Yep.
I think that's a good thing, and it's the team has really gotten behind it, so that's exciting.
Yeah, it's been fun to see. People are good. We say it all the time. Just people are good. They have big hearts. They want to help. Mm-hmm. So when there's a reason to, I think people jump at it, and it's been fun to see.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to steal the thunder because I don't really have all the context and the details, and we're going to, in the middle of this, we're going to share a video that Cred Media, who produces our podcast, helped produce as well. But Rich, what's the background? Give us a little story.
Yep. So background is earlier this year, my best friend growing up, Salvador, he's been married 10 years. He's got 3 wonderful boys, and his youngest boy is 1 year old. His name is Noah. And earlier this year, they found brain cancer. He was just acting a little funny. They took him in, did the scan, found it. And they ended up doing surgery to remove the tumor. But, of course, the cancer was left behind. And so they've been dealing with this battle ever since. We're in October now. So basically this whole year battling, trying to keep him, fighting and getting through it. Well, it's a pretty rare form of cancer, unfortunately. It's like I'll probably say the numbers wrong, but it's not a high survival rate. So I've been praying with him and crying with him the better half of this year and just trying to figure out, how can we help? Well, he's, I don't know if you'd want me to say what he does on here or not. You probably see it in the video. He's a police officer, so they don't make $1 million. They should because of the work that they're doing, but they don't. And a lot of this stuff is out of pocket. So I've just been, really sitting in this place of like, we've got these wonderful businesses that we've been blessed to build. And, if we keep that to ourselves, I just don't think we're doing it right. And I know you share that same sentiment. It's kind of like we want to help people. It's just in our blood. It's in our nature. And so when this kind of came up and it was like, okay, they found this treatment, it's like, all right, what can we do to actually help this family in like a real way? So that's how it started.
Yeah. And it's really, when you brought it up, the team got really behind it. And I think what was kind of exciting about, in my opinion, about how they handled it is they got really excited about helping. And obviously they were, passionate about this individual project. But I don't remember who it was. One of the team members said something to the effect of like, is this something we can continue to do even beyond this? Like, let's do this, but then also continue on. And so it's really blossomed into kind of a, we haven't figured out what it looks like long term, but RA is going to be doing this kind of thing probably on an annual basis, trying to find somebody that can benefit from the relationships we have, because we do have a wide network of people that do care and that want to help people. And I think the hardest part about all that is there's a lot of people that need help, and it's like, how do you find the person that needs help? So a lot of times I think it's just connecting somebody with a story that that hits home with them, and that's right. That's obviously relatively easy in this case because who doesn't feel for an infant that has cancer? So that's a pretty natural opportunity to help there. But the team got behind it. What's the domain, the URL that people
rallyforhope.org.
Yep.
Rally for Hope, so RALLY, rallyforhope.org.
Yep.
I'll give a little bit of a shout out even to Gradient. Now, if you've listened to us and you talk to us, we're FMO agnostic. RA partners with FMOs, all of them, and we do marketing for advisors. And of course, being in personal production, we have contracts in multiple places. So this isn't an endorsement of Gradient, just being really clear. But they have a program called Gradient Gives Back, and we were at an event one year, and basically the program is they select somebody and they pay for their mortgage for the year, and they do a real cool. They do a video of it and they show it, and it just is such a feel good moment because it's people that really they fell into hard times in one way or another, and Gradient gets behind them. Advisors contribute, and they give back and they help with that. So once I said, kind of got Salvador to agree, because he's a manly man. He doesn't want to ask for help from anybody, and I totally get it. But he's being forced to basically make decisions for his son, and unfortunately, there's no roadmap for this type of cancer. You're really kind of making blind decisions, praying about it and making decisions. So, anyways, I got him to agree. Let us help you. Let's do this thing. So the first thing comes up to my mind is like, we got to do a video, because you have to connect people with the story of what's actually happening and see it. Because like you said, it breaks your heart that anybody has to go through it, but especially a 1-year-old kid. Right. Just brutal. So I gave Ethan a call over here, and almost right away, Ethan's like, absolutely, I'm in on this. He's got a strong background of nonprofit stuff and a big heart. And he said, I'll do it, but only if I can do it, if I can contribute and do it and not get paid for it. So I want to give you a shout out too, Ethan, because that was a big moment as a friend and as a business. I think that was cool. So he and I went down to Colorado and sat with the family for, I think it was a full day, and produced a video.
Yeah. So why don't I think it's a good time to roll that video, and then at the back, after that, we'll wrap it up. It's going to be a shorter episode. Obviously, we want to encourage everybody to go to rallyforhope.org, right?
Yep.
Rallyforhope.org. Check out the story. You'll see it here, and feel free to contribute any way that you can. And I think there's multiple ways that you can help.
Yeah.
If you're working with us, we're doing like a raffle, doing some special stuff there, but obviously you can contribute directly to the family as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So roll the video, and then when we come back, we'll describe a little bit of what that looks like, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay, why are you giving us this information? This doesn't pertain to my son. And then it hit me. Oh, this is our reality. This is what our son has.
It was a very long surgery. I mean, we were just on pins and needles the entire time, and they were able to get the entire tumor. The day before we left, the oncologists came in.
He grew up with his mom having cancer 3 different times. This nightmare that he's always kind of feared became true. And then when they left, he looked at me and just started crying, and I started crying, and we hugged each other. And at that moment, I knew we're gonna get through this together.
They've all formulated different plans of action for him. It's a daily routine of several different medicines, injections that goes 24/7.
What they told us was that it would 100% come back. And we were just wondering, what is God up to here? What are we gonna do here? When we were doing our research, we found peptides.
And what the peptides do is the damaged cells, the non-functioning cells, the cancerous cells, they basically kind of rejuvenate them to start working properly.
A lot of different peptide treatments are just kind of generic. Then we found this company that we're going through that actually formulates the medicine specific to Noah.
They've taken Noah's tumor, they've studied that, they've taken his blood, and they've studied that. Then they have to formulate the exact medicine for him, and then we get it, and then with the doctor's help, we administer it. A lot of the treatments we're doing are out of pocket, and because it's some of the most revolutionary stuff as far as treatments for diseases and cancers, it's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, this whole process has made us take a step back and think about what's important in life, just living one day at a time, because, we were never promised tomorrow. None of us were.
It's been a nightmare the last 6 months, and there's been joy and peace that the Lord has given us. And I would say that only through His strength and His mercy have we been able to sustain the day-to-day.
Some of the things that have brought us joy in the season is just being together as a family and spending intentional time together. We live a pretty simple life.
We like to hang out with our older boys and spend time with them, and so we've done a lot of that.
Yeah, and then our other boys, they love their little brother, and just seeing how they care for him and they're so sensitive to him, that brings us a lot of joy.
We're 6 months out from surgery. The fact that he's still here is a miracle, and trusting that God has the perfect plan as we're walking it daily.
I've watched that video a million times trying to get through it, and it's always brutal to me, just thinking about it. But so the good news is, as of yesterday, we're shooting this today. As of yesterday, the peptides came in. So the whole video is we found this. They found this peptide treatment, and that could be the answer here. And they came in yesterday, so he'll start treatment on those in the next couple of days.
Good.
Which is super exciting. But there's still a need. There's still a need to be able to pay for those things and continue with all the other things that they're doing. So this was Casey's idea at RA. Like you said, when we brought it up, they jumped in on it. It was so cool to see. But Casey's like, why don't we do like a raffle style fundraiser to our advisor base at RA?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the whole deal. I mean, if you're working with RA or not working with RA and you're thinking about working with RA, essentially anybody that purchases a campaign from us gets an automatic entry into the raffle. And then you can purchase additional raffle entries for, was it $50 a ticket, I think?
Yep, $50 a ticket.
Yep. And then on November 21st, we're going to do a live drawing to see who wins, because we're giving away a free seminar campaign. So we've already had several people enter into that. It went live yesterday, I think, and we had a couple of folks already go in and buy some tickets. So we've got some entries in there, and all of the proceeds from those tickets are going to go directly to the family as well. So, hopefully we sell 10,000 of those freaking tickets.
Oh man, I hope so. It'd be such a blessing to have that be the case. Cause I know this is a big industry and there's a lot of money in this industry. There's a lot of big hearts in this industry. So I know if we can get behind it and really make a meaningful impact in this family's life, but we're not going to stop there. Like you said, we're going to pick another family and we're going to do it again. Yeah.
We intentionally bought a domain that kind of can be something that continues on into the future, and whether we start some sort of formal 501c3 or something like that to make this a long-term thing, I don't know, but it's who knows, but it's I think that the whole team has gotten really behind this, and you and I support it, and we want to find more people like this that we can help and have just a long-term impact on. So go to rallyforhope.org, check out the story. You've already seen the video at this point, but check out that story. Learn about the different ways that you can contribute to Noah and his family. And
absolutely. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being part of this kind of special episode. It's meaningful for us to be able to do this. We're blessed to be able to, and we're excited to share it with you. So thank you guys for your time. What are we doing next episode?
Ooh, a little recap on the last couple of seminars, and we're going to talk about who's going to win the election.
Okay. We'll get into that on the next episode. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks.